Hello, everyone, and welcome to day 4, the final day of our Money Manifestation Mastery workshop. How are you doing? I know many of you may not have enough time during the week to be able to see the videos or practice the manifestation techniques that I'm showing you, but you're going to be able to do it on the weekend or during the next week and a half that the workshop will still be open. So, hi, Elena, Helma. I see people are joining now. And what I would like to do today is, as we start, is mention that just a few minutes ago, I posted something regarding limiting beliefs concerning money. And so there are some short exercises there that you can do, because if you are not living the financial circumstances that you want, it's because we are not yet programmed in order to produce those results. And most of the unfavorable programming that is going on in our subconscious mind, contradicting or making it more difficult to get what we want, is about belief systems, because belief systems may be empowering or they may be limiting. And the limiting ones and the positive ones also, they act like self-made prophecies. Okay, so never put your finger to blame anything outside of you. You know, when you blame something, when you point your finger, when you criticize something, there's always 3 fingers pointing back at you, because it's always about you, because your outer world is always reflecting your inner world or your inner programming. Okay, so there are some in that post that I just placed in our group, there are some examples of limiting money beliefs which may resonate with you. Those are just the examples of the 10 most common limiting beliefs about money. So it would be great if you can have the time to take a look at those and see what you can do about them, because we can override limiting beliefs by kind of like tricking our mind through repetition of affirmations that are contrary to the limiting ones. Okay, so it is through repetition or through hypnosis that are the traditional ways of influencing your subconscious mind and its limiting belief systems. And in the recent years, there's also a third way to edit your subconscious mind, which is through energy consciousness or energy transformation, which is what I do in my private one-on-one sessions. And there are many, many other healers also who offer different techniques to be able to influence, not through hypnosis necessarily, but through other more direct, influential means of editing the programming so that you can have shortcuts to get what you want. Okay, and so take a look at that whenever you want. Hi, Sherry, Tessa. I see more people are joining now. Okay, so what I would like to do is read a few paragraphs from a book, because I think it's going to really resonate with many of you. And I would like to read it because I want to stay true to the flow of the concepts, which are really, many people are having misleading thoughts about money. About having money or not having money, and I would really like for you to listen so that you can understand the true concept, which I learned many years ago, that really changed my mindset about money around. So this is again taken from the book Money and the Law of Attraction by Esther and Jerry Hicks, and I'm on page 65, which is Attracting Money and Manifesting Abundance, and it goes like this. Neither money nor poverty makes joy. And Jerry says, Jerry is Esther Hicks' husband. He is now deceased, but he was the one that made the questions. And through Esther Hicks, she channeled Abraham, which is collective consciousness, teaching humanity about the practical applications and the concepts about law of attraction. So he asks a question. His name is Jerry, and he says, Abraham, there's a saying that money doesn't make for happiness. On the other hand, I've noticed that poverty doesn't make for happiness either. But still, it's obvious that money isn't the path to happiness. So, if the idea of achieving something does bring us happiness, does that mean that the achievement is an appropriate goal for us to set or not? And how does a person maintain his or her feeling of happiness when reaching one's goal is taking a lot of time and energy? It often seems that there's a sort of uphill climb to reach the goal, and then a short plateau of rest, but then an almost immediate tedious climb to achieve the next goal. How does a person keep all of the climbing towards their goals joyous so there's not the struggle, and then, wow, I've made it, but then struggle again until you make it again? And the reply that Abraham gives is, you are right. Money is not the path to happiness. And as you have observed, poverty certainly is not the path to happiness either. It is so important to remember that when you offer any action for the purpose of achieving happiness, you are truly going about it in a backward way. This is important. I'm going to repeat it, okay? It is so important to remember that when you offer any action for the purpose of achieving happiness, you are truly going about it in a backward way. Instead, use your ability to focus your thoughts and words towards things that cause you to feel better and better. And once you have deliberately achieved a state of happiness on purpose, not only will wonderful actions be inspired, but wonderful results must follow, because your inner world is reflected in your outer world or your conditions. Most people give the majority of their attention to whatever is happening in their experience right now, which means if the results please them, they feel good. But if the results do not please them, they feel bad. But that is really going about life the hard way. If you only have the ability to see what is, then things cannot improve. You must find a way to look optimistically forward in order to achieve any improvement in your present experience. When you learn how to deliberately focus your thoughts towards good feeling things, it is not difficult to find happiness and maintain it even before your goal has ever been accomplished. Okay, and this is what we were doing for those of you who are in the Women Who Manifest Prosperity group in our 28-day magic challenge. Remember when we were training our mind, our thoughts to be on gratitude? Okay, and many of you started to see a shift before 30 days. The feeling of struggle you were describing happens because of the continual comparison of where you are right now in relationship to the goal you are reaching for, meaning you are more conscious of what is lacking or what is going on that is unfavorable than where you are going. When you constantly take score, noticing the distance that still needs to be traveled, you amplify the distance or the lack, the task and the effort. And that is why it feels such an uphill struggle. When you care about how you feel, and so choose thoughts on the basis of how you feel, you then develop patterns of thought that are more forward-looking. And as the law of attraction then responds to those better feeling thoughts, you get more pleasing results. Struggle never leads to a happy ending. It defies law. When I get there, then I'll be happy is not a productive mindset, because unless you are happy, you cannot get there. When you decide to be happy first, then and only then will you get there. And that is also correlated to the emotional scale. Remember, in your law of attraction, there's an emotional vibrational scale that says when you learn to live up there where the happiness is, or the joy, the feeling, the emotion of joy is, that's where manifestation happens, because of the frequency that is allowing. It's an allowing state. Okay, so for all of you, I really suggest this book, Money and the Law of Attraction. by Esther and Jerry Hicks. I'm going to post the link later on in the group so that you can see it, because it has a lot of the fundamental concepts to switch your perception of what money is really all about, so that you can have an easier time to manifest it. Okay, and today, as I promised, what we're going to be focusing on is what I mentioned yesterday as quantum publicity. Now, what is quantum publicity? Quantum publicity is the latest thing concerning how you can connect, how you can reach out and connect with other people that can help you on your path to creating more prosperity. Now remember, more prosperity is always in correlation, in interaction with other people. If you were alone on this planet, no other people, you could build things, you can create things, but you need the interaction with other people in order to start the interchange of value, which is money, okay? Something that you have to offer, and connecting to someone else who values what you have to offer, so that then you start to have interchange, so that they give you some, what today is the concept of money, so that you can, with that money, buy something that you value or is of value to you. And therefore we start the interchange of value, okay? So value is not about, money is not just money. It's like, I want more money. You must understand that if you create something that others value, they will interchange money with you. Or if you want more money, you must create more value so that you can increase the prices, or you can attract more people towards you. So it's always about creating more value. If you are an employee, in order to have a promotion or get a raise, you have to always be thinking, how can I be of more value to my company or to the people I work for, okay? So always focus on creation of value. That's the secret behind prosperity, okay? And so in quantum publicity, what we do is that we connect with the quantum field. Your consciousness, your personal consciousness is connected to a collective consciousness. That's how I work when I do group energy clearing. I connect, instead of my one-on-one sessions, when I have a private session, I connect with the individual consciousness of my client. When we do group clearing sessions, you form a group collective consciousness of the people that are there or that are going to be added there when they see the replay. And I connect with that consciousness, and therefore that's why you feel the effect, even if you're thousands of kilometers away. Remember, I'm here in Chile, South America, so I'm really on the other side of the world for many of you. And I can reach you, I can touch you, I can touch your lives at a distance. Many of you who have had sessions with me, you feel that, you notice that, and you start getting positive change in your lives. So what I'm going to introduce to you in today's final workshop day is the concept of the quantum field. For connecting, putting your intention out there so that you can start to connect with the people that are valuing, needing what you want, and so that somehow through the quantum field, you can start connecting. And like I said yesterday, just like initially publicity, marketing was in paper format many, many years ago, only through flyers or business cards, right? And then it was replaced through radio, TV, and then the internet. And now the next wave, the latest wave of publicity, which is starting to arise, is through the quantum field. Meaning I teach you how to connect, and then you put out your message, like if you were a radio transmitter, into the quantum field, like there's a grid around the planet, or there's a grid around or above the city with the collective consciousness of where you are. And you can learn to connect with that, because the truth is your mind is connected to the mind of all people on this planet. It's called collective consciousness. You are just not consciously aware of it. But we can learn to connect. It takes practice, but there's the possibility, the availability of you learning how to do this. And I think in 1 or 2 weeks, I'm going to be offering this on my website. If you really want to learn it and connect with it personally, I can help you personally to connect to the grid so that you'll have a quicker time in order to get results. But what I'm going to be showing you is the newest concept in marketing or publicity, so that you can attract more money, more clients, more opportunities, more sales, more people in general who are ready and searching for what you have to offer. So that's not such a tedious task of reaching out through the internet or other ways in order to connect with people. This can also be done for attracting your soulmate. So later on, I'm going to be giving another workshop on relationships, how you can attract your soulmate through the same way. It's the same concept, but applied to relationships in affection, personal relationships. Because you were born with a power. It's just that your parents didn't know about it, your teachers didn't either, and so you weren't raised knowing what this implies, how what's involved, and how to do it with grace, with ease, with results. Okay, so what's implied with quantum publicity? The first thing that you should have is like a statement. And I'm going to read you my statement, one of my statements that I used in order to connect with quantumly with people that may be interested in working with me. Okay, the first thing you have to have is a statement. It's like clear, precise, not too long, so that you can send it out. It's like an ad on TV. It's like an ad on the radio. It's like a short thing. It would be like a pitch. It would be like a short message to really connect, okay? And so I'm just going to give you an example of one that I would use, okay? Where you have to mention who you are, what you do, and what you are offering people, and at the end, where you can be found. I'm going to keep it really, really simple so that you can just get a feel for it, okay? So this is a statement that you have to prepare on your own, a very personalized thing. And obviously I'm a coach, so I'm going to use the one I have for this. But again, you can use it for your own business. You can use it if you're an employee for getting a raise or attracting a job, or just bringing in any opportunities within the company where you're working with also. Okay, so I'm going to read it to you so that you get a feel for what's implied in a statement that we're going to use as the message for quantum publicity. And this is mine. I am Julie Zanforlin, and I am a transformational energy coach. I am reaching out and connecting to people who are searching and ready to be inspired, empowered, healed, or relieved by letting go of their blocks so that they may live happier, more prosperous, and satisfying lives. Whoever is ready can connect with me at juliezanforlin.com or my offices in Santiago or La Serena. Okay, concise, to the point. It has all the information necessary for you to connect to the quantum field, so that the quantum field then starts in resonance, connecting to those that are ready for you, that are looking for what you have to offer, making it a match. Okay, so what is implied? First, you have to have the statement. Second, you have to decide what geographical region do you want to work at? Do you want it to be locally, like your town? Do you want it to be further reaching, like the city boundaries? Do you want it to be even further reaching, like the country or the continent or do you want to go globally? Okay, so first have the statement. Second, your reach. Where do you want people to reach? Because if you have a physical location and you are attending physically, or you want to find a job that's not too far from where you are, you have to kind of hone in on where you're going to be searching. Yeah, it's much like what Facebook ads do, where they ask for the geographical location of who you want to connect with. Okay, this is in quantum publicity also necessary for you to locate the geographical region where you want to connect to people. And then what you do, once you have your statement and the geographical location for your message to be transmitted, you kind of, let's take an example that you just want to go in your city. Okay, let's say you're living in a big city, and so you're going to visualize yourself. First, you have to be in a good feeling state, not like you're feeling nervous, frustrated, or scared, because you have urgency, money urgency. You have to go into a frequency of allowance, which means feeling the joy and passion, like imagining that you are already working with them, okay? That you're enjoying the interaction with them, that you're in the state of flow. And then what you do, and you can use meditation or music or your mind movie that we talked about the other day to be inspired. Inspired means in spirit, meaning that you're going to connect with higher consciousness to become, to reach a state where you can open up and allow this to happen. Inspired, okay? Reaching a state of being inspired in spirit. So you're going to imagine that your physical representation of your body is coming to be above the geographical region that you're wanting to put your message out to. So you would be like above your city, like floating above your city, that if you look down, if you can imagine looking down, you would see all the boundaries of your city or your country or wherever. Or if you're wanting to work around the globe, you can see like you're above the planet, okay? Looking down and seeing the globe. But whichever geographical region you choose, you have to see that you are above it. So it's like you're looking down, so that around you, you have the perimeter, okay? So you are above the geographical region. And the next step that you do is that you imagine, because we all have the concepts of antennas and transmitters, just imagine like, oh, an antenna comes out of your head like this long, okay? Or more if you want. And just like the wires of an umbrella, this antenna starts opening radially around, like in 360 degrees. Okay, just like imagine just like holding an umbrella over you without the cloth, just the wiring. And so you are now transforming yourself in the position, preparing to transmit. So you are above the geographical region that you're wanting to reach. You are becoming the transmitter, ready to send out the signal, being in an inspired state, joyous, with positive expectations, like anticipating that they are waiting for you. They are needing and waiting for you to give out the message, the good news. And then with your statement that you have created beforehand, you can either read it or by memorizing it, say it. Say it. Like, and as you say it, you imagine that it goes up through the antenna, and just like a transmitter in 360 degrees around, connecting to the grid, to the quantum grid of collective consciousness, you are uploading your message, your statement into the grid, okay? And you just transmit, just like if you were a radio station or a TV station sending out a message, okay? And being aligned meaning you have no resistance at the time, you have no expectations, just having joyous interaction, putting out the message. no resistance, just free flow, just having fun in the moment, joy in the moment. And then, and you stay there for, let's say, 2 minutes, because remember, we're integrating, 68 seconds of sustained, pure, uninterrupted, non-contradicted thought. For every 17 seconds that you sustain, it increases tenfold, right? Tenfold. Try to sustain 68 seconds. That's why I say more or less in quantum publicity, make it 2 minutes, more or less, okay? So that you can have the practice of holding the 68 seconds that we talked about in the yesterday in our workshop, which is building momentum of energy, so that you really, with energy, you start to influence, impact physical reality, to respond to your intention, your power of intention through quantum publicity. You must also hold for 68 seconds or more, like we are integrating all the concepts in this one, okay, also. And then as you hold that, transmitting that, when you finish, you just kind of like slowly take this antenna down, and you also go down and go back to your present moment in the here and the now, like ending the transmission. Okay? So what I can do, you can try this on your own, but if you need more personalized help, I can also help you in private sessions. I will be putting up this option in my website soon, next week, so that I can literally connect you, help you, guide you the first time around, so I can connect you quantumly to the grid. Or I can teach you how to make your specialized statement or message given what you do. Or I can help you define or help you align with your mission and putting your mission out there. Okay? So there are many options, and we can do it more personalized, but I'm just giving you this general outlook on the latest thing that we can do to more effectively, more efficiently reach out to people, because it is with our interaction with people that we can create more economic prosperity as we do the interchange of value. Okay? Having something that I am passionate or I love to do or have to offer as a service or product, and learning how to connect through the quantum field with someone who is searching and ready and values, is needing what you have, so that we, one way or the other, establish the connection. Because what's going to happen, this message is going to start coming down, connecting electromagnetically to the subconscious minds of those people who are a match and are ready, not just a match, they are searching, they are ready, and are a match to what you want. And somehow they will, through the law of attraction, come across you. Not instantly, not tomorrow, but they're connected, and like magnets, they will surely over the next few weeks or few months come in contact with you. This also means that you need to have a platform through which you can be visible, right? Like a website or an office or something, or some means by which they can connect. They also can come through word of mouth. Because do you know the theory of, I think that the theory of, it's a six degree theory, that you are always only 6 people away from someone you want to connect to, because someone knows somebody else who knows somebody else who knows somebody else who knows somebody else, and so on and so forth. 6 people away to connecting to anyone on the planet. Okay, so what quantum publicity does, it starts the domino effect or the connection effect, so that you start to electromagnetically come into resonance, and the law of attraction comes in and collaborates to make you come across those people. And like I said, it could be for finding a better job. If you are unemployed, it could be for getting a job. It could be for getting a promotion, connecting with people in your own company. Okay, it can also work very, very locally. Okay, it can, and like I said, we can even use it in a further workshop to attract your soulmate or a good relationship. But it's connecting people, and that's what prosperity is all about. Increasing sales, increasing services, increasing money interchange through the interchange of value is always through other people, and you are connected with everyone on the planet. Okay, so I know this is a very new concept for you. I just wanted you to have a feeling and knowing that it exists. If you would like to go into it further, it's also going to be available. But this is the latest thing and the latest advantage. So for all of you who may be saying, well, how could that really work? I don't believe it. Well, just remember, you know, how many years ago coming in contact with someone across the globe in seconds when you dialed was imagination, right? It was like fantasy. How's that possible? It was like not even considered. And today it's every day. You know, it's routine. It's routine. And so when many people ask me, Julie, but how can you connect with someone? First of all, how can you, when someone is in front of you, how can you go into their minds and their conscious programming or subconscious mind and even their past inheritance or past lives? How can you do that? Well, it's a gift I received, and many other healers can do it also. But let's take it a step further. How can I reach you wherever you are? Through an image. Not only through a Zoom conference like I do my one-on-one sessions, but I just need like a photograph of somebody and I connect right away. Okay? So this connection that produces results is real. It's energy transmission. It's energy. And just like your phone can reach someone across the globe in seconds, people can reach others instantaneously. If you intend it, you must learn to practice it and to use it. And you don't have to be an energy healer in order to do quantum publicity. It can be taught because you have the ability. It's just that it hasn't been explained to you or you haven't practiced it. Okay, so for increasing prosperity, we can use all these new quantum concepts, which will be more and more relevant as the decades go on. It's going to be later a common practice, but now you can get the added advantage beforehand so that you can start using it in your favor. Okay, so we can learn how to connect with people so much more effectively, connecting to their souls, connecting to their heart, connecting to their minds. For those of you that are needing to learn new ways of easing your struggle in order to get your message out there. Okay, so for any of you that are interested in doing it more personalized or being more effective and learning the concepts and the practical applications, I will be putting a post as soon as I have the option ready on my website. And I will be so happy to share everything that I've learned so that you can get the added advantage to learning the latest in quantum energy publicity so that you can get your prosperity going off on the right foot. Okay, so what I'm going to do in the next few hours is I'm going to be putting some more posts concerning limiting beliefs and some information so that you can have a look at it at your leisure. Please do not become overwhelmed with all the things that have been placed in the workshop. You have time to look at it. Remember, at the end of the workshop in a week and a half, when it's going to be, the workshop is going to close, you will also be personally emailed all the videos with the manifestation practices so that you can have them for future reference and use also. Okay? Let's remember also that even though the workshop live seminars and today with me, we will have another question and answer session. I will also be putting a post on the day and the hour when that will be happening. So take advantage to practice as much as you want these concepts so that when that session comes around, you can have your question answered. And it's the same post. It's the post with the animated video with the person, the blue person, holding up the hand in asking a question in a classroom setting. So put all your questions there so that they can be in an orderly fashion and I can access them in one spot. Also, all our materials and videos are stored in the unit section in our groups page for easy reference. And so you can find them all there neat and tidy. And also we will have another group energy session. I will also post the date and the time. This one is going to be different though, because it's not going to be an energy clearing session as such, like being very general. We're going to be focusing on economic prosperity, okay? All belief systems or any other factor like self-esteem, negative expectations or experiences that have had to do with money specifically, okay? So we're going to be doing a consciousness energy, a group consciousness session for prosperity before we close the workshop so that can also help you to release anything that is getting in the way. And if you need more personalized help in releasing money blocks, you can also book a private session with me at juliezanforlin.com, and I will be so happy to use my gift to be able to help you shorten the time for you to get better results in your life. Okay, so I'm going to be interacting in the group, in the workshop during the next few days until we close. And if you have any suggestions also, please post them also. If you have any things that you would like to add with your experiences, I really suggest that if you are getting results and if you would like to share them with other members, please do so. Please post and I will review them and approve them so that others can have access. Okay, so take full advantage of the days that are left. We'll be closing. There's 14 whole days since we began, so this is day 4. So there are another 10 days that the workshop will be open so that we can interact and explore together the practical applications of these things that are being mentioned. So hope you are enjoying it, have fun with it, practice them, and we'll see each other again soon. Bye for now.